Hello, this is Eno Cal, and welcome back to another episode of the best series on the internet, Fear Hour. It's where I cover horror games, and you guys laugh at the fact that this is only the third video in the series that's not about Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, it's been nearly a year since I had a Fear Hour not talking about FNAF. So yeah, finally. Today we're covering a game called Brighter Day, which actually cost money. Was it worth it? That's for you to decide as we go through this video. This game is very obscure. You guys might be asking how I even found it. Now, this is pretty embarrassing, but a few years ago I used to pretty heavily watch Markiplier.
On 3, 1, 2.
I know, guys. He's kind of cringe. I know, guys. Please don't unsubscribe. Please. One day he uploaded a playthrough of this game called Brighter Day, and I was kind of interested. I watched the video, and I thought the game looked pretty good. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way that he never finished it. I really wanted to see what would happen if you did. So one day, I was scrolling through the Steam website, I kind of remembered that I haven't played this game yet, and I was like, well, I'll make a Fear Hour on it, so I went and I bought it. So now, actually about the game. This is one of the only games I've played in a long time that actually tries to be scary while taking place during the day. Well, besides FNAF World, but like, that barely counts as a horror game. Anyway, you wake up in your nice little apartment room with Princess, I'm not gonna try to say that, all I know is that it's in Minecraft now. After leaving the room, you immediately encounter your first problem. This massive giant eyeball. These eyeballs are the enemies of the game, and if they look at you, you're dead. That's pretty interesting, and these dudes are everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean everywhere. At least one in each hall in this building. Speaking of this building, this map is massive. This place feels like a giant maze with a bunch of things that can kill you, and with no clear way to progress, get ready for Checking Room Simulator. I actually didn't mind it because each room has a different design, and hidden within each are these pills that you can throw to distract the eyes. However, my strategy was more to just run. You have unlimited sprint in this game, which is a damn blessing. Now you need to find the right way to get out of the building, and in the way you're most likely going to find these rooms that have computer screens, which allude to a brief story. It's nothing deep, just a bit to gawk over involving pills and alternative medicine. A lot of it is linked to these cards that you're supposed to find, but I'm not going to spoil what happens if you find them all. You have to buy the game if you want to see that. Sorry guys. Continuing, as you can see, our character is deathly afraid of being stared at, so we need to get out of here. It took me a long time, but I eventually found this room guarded by an eye you have to distract using a pill. After that, you're able to make it into this room. In this room, there's this control panel with lights, but more importantly, there's this button that opens the door. If you open this door, it lets out the other eye, and if you juke it out and make it to the outside, you can make it to the second checkpoint of the game. I guess that doesn't really make it interesting, but this massive staircase does. For real, this is one of the things I most wanted to do when Markiplier played this game. I wanted to walk down those damn stairs. Unfortunately, like midway through the bridge, it looks like it broke, so you have to go through this cave. I really wish I could have just walked down this bridge. This is my least favorite part of the game. All I wanted to do was walk down this damn bridge. Okay, I know we just played Freddy in Space 2. And I shouldn't be complaining about controls after enduring what I had to go through in that game. But honestly, this game does not control that good. Really. The jumping feels weird, and it's so easy to jump off and die on this bridge. Particularly when you have to jump over this eye, it's so easy to die because of the stupid controls. But anyway, you then get to these caves which are necessary to progress. I guess this is the true horror part, and in terms of creeping me out, it succeeded. You get a flashlight with limited batteries and with no clear way to progress. The clear path problem is something that pretty much plagues this game, and this place is no different. It's extensive, and it's just pretty much a maze. However, much like the building, all of the rooms are slightly different and have something going on in each of them, so it's not that big of a deal. After searching how to do this section, I eventually made it to the end of the cave, and ended up back on the stairs. Awesome, I actually really like the stairs because something about it just made me want to climb all the way down them. Like I said before, you can't climb all the way down them, but you get to climb down a pretty big portion of them. But yeah, let's just walk down and look at these posters here. Is that an eye? Alright, whatever, who cares? I think it's moving, and I think there are like two of them. Okay, I'm gonna just, what the hell's going on? Alright, and we're dead. The bass on that, the bass that just played through my headphones from that sound was nuts. Alright. What are we supposed to do? What, oh my god. So yeah, the game placed all these posters here that, you know, you're gonna want to read, but you can't really read them because you need to run down these stairs as fast as you can to avoid these eyes. When you do get to the bottom of the stairs, there's a slight bit of confusion on what to actually do. My first idea was to just run. That didn't work out. What you're actually supposed to do is jump up on these boxes into this big box. Yeah, these eyes are dumb as hell. This trick doesn't even work on my cat. Well, whatever. The game ends. So what the hell was that? It's meant to be some sort of psychological thriller, but all in all, it feels a bit short. Like, don't get me wrong, the map is extensive, but in terms of things to do, besides finding the tarot cards, there's really not that much. Your first playthrough of the game will probably take a few hours just from confusion of where to go, but if you know what you're doing, you can beat this game in 10 minutes without issue. And while short games aren't bad, when you actually pay for a game, you definitely expect a bit more. While the tarot cards add another angle, at the end of the day, this game kind of lacks content. However, in the amount of game there is, the horror aspect is actually really good. While you're exploring, these eyes will jump scare you a few times. This game was already at a disadvantage in the scare department due to it taking place during the day, and while the cave section plays like a traditional shadowy horror game, the rest of the game is bright and colorful. I actually really like the aesthetic change from other horror games I've played. The jury is still out on whether the day and colors made this game scarier, but I can't say this game wasn't off-putting. So, in my humble opinion, I believe the $2.99 was worth it for this game because it delivers on the scares enough to keep you interested. Because this game can be seriously creepy sometimes, even if there's not that much to do. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Fear Hour is going to make a comeback this year, and that's for sure. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and like. Also, be sure to join the Discord server in the description, because, like, it'll be pretty epic if you do, you know what I mean? Yeah, you totally know what I mean.